So today I want to do a proper long haul and I want to use the stencil. Hi, I'm Lisette of Simply Lisette. This stencil is from PM Artist Studio. It's called Cherry Blossom Assortment and it's just so lovely. So I'm going to work on this today. So I've picked out my paints and this time I'm going to put paint down and put the stencil on top, so that what's on there first will be the lines later. And I think that I'm going to go with Payne's Gray because it's a lovely background. It's not quite harsh enough to be black, you know, and it's got some blue in it. So let's see how that looks. All right, getting started. So going to spread out my paint, and that's Amsterdam Standard Series Payne's Gray. And I don't think I'm going to use any extender because I want it to dry in a reasonable amount of time. So let's see here. And I have a variety of papers to pull with, some that are pristine and some that have paint on them already. So what I'm going to do now is lay down the stencil. And I just love this stencil. It came with the outline done like that, which I love that so much. Now, I think for the first pull, is that big enough? I think I'm going to use deli paper so I can get it right on there. It should be the same size, but you know, the plates, they kind of move around just a little bit. They kind of stretch and shrink in spots, so it may not be perfect, but that's okay. Now, I'm going to take this wet strength tissue and lay it over the top. There we go. And then I've got my brayer here, which is a rock I really love. And I'm going to smooth that over. So let's see what happens with our very first one. Take this off. There we go. And I can see that I'd like to press down a little bit in spots here. There we go. I'm going to get a good definition under there. The deli paper, it doesn't let the moisture through quite as much as like the wet strength tissue or the dry tissue, gift type tissue. So you can really get down in there. And so I'm lifting off the black paint. There we go. And we'll see how this goes. This is just the first pull. Oh yeah, I like how that looks. Okay, so this is the first pull. It's like the starting point. Okay, and there's still quite a bit of dark stuff on there, so I think I'm going to grab another piece of wet strength tissue. How about, let's see. I'm going to grab this piece that's got being built upon, just to get a little bit more off of it. Okay. And I should get my brayer off sheet. use for the brayer off? I think I will use just another piece of paper. Start a new background. Let's see here. Trusty shelf here. And I got a tote in my way at my feet. But hey, that's all right. We're all sharing this space together. Okay. I'm going to put this down right here. It might be two pieces, I am not sure. And I'm just going to brayer off this black paint here. I'm brayering with intention, and I learned that from Patricia at PM Artist Studio. Now, let's see, what would be nice? How about we do a cosmos? Let's see if it's opened yet. Yep, it is, okay. And this is by Shuttle Art. It's acrylic. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. I can always add a tiny bit more if I need to. Okay. Isn't that a pretty color? There's a really big variety of pinks, which I love. This one looks like it's fairly opaque. It's not exactly fluid, and it's not exactly heavy body either, I don't think. So it is what it is. Okay, I'm going to clean this off. That's going to be pretty. And then I think with that one, I would like to pull, I think I'd like to pull on a piece of Astro Bright White. That's a nice background. Okay. And I'm probably going to pull on that again later. We shall see. Smooth it out. Take off this cover sheet here. And we'll peel this off. Oh, that's a good start for something. Okay, I'm going to lay this to the side. And I think I'm going to pull out some more. Let's do it like this one. Because really what we want is to build up an outline inside and outside of where the stencil is. I don't know if it's really a stencil or if it's a mask or if it could be considered both. But I do love the effect that it has. Got some more of that pink off. I like the way that looks. And let's see. Let's see what happens with this one. Right there. I think I'm going to end up using more paper. I don't think I have enough pulled out, but I will. Okay, that's a little better. There we go. Let me set this up here. And I'm just going to grab some more paper while I'm here. Okay. I have a pretty good supply of black and white. Astro Bright. And let's see, and also there's this lovely shade of kind of a pale tan. Pull that out. There we go. All right. Now, I think I would like to put a little bit of gold on right now. I like to intersperse the different layers with gold sometimes. This is one of those times. Not a lot, just a thin layer. Okay, my paints I've used, well, I'm going to probably use that one again. Put it there. Okay. When the piece is pulled in the end, there'll be a touch of gold inside certain spots, and that'll be lovely. Okay, turn the glare off sheet here. There we go. Now, I think I'll pull it off with a piece of, I think I might grab some regular strength tissue. I have an abundance of it over here. And that's something I got from Amazon that was a really good deal. Thankfully, they have a continuing log of your purchases so you can go back and make sure you got the right thing if you want to reorder. Okay, this is regular strength tissue. It's gift tissue. And so I'm going to it can be very useful in collage too. It really can. It's not super strong, but it doesn't have to be. If I quick here, just to pull that up. Oh yeah, that's good. That's really good. Okay. Now, I've got my medical tubing stretched out between the closet and a little piece of furniture. And that's where I hang my things with the wet side out. Okay, how about we go with Transparent Red Iron Oxide by Golden. I don't know what's in this stuff, but everything that's like this from Golden is just wonderful. This is just a very unique color and a beautiful effect. Let's see what happens with that. Oh, isn't that pretty? It's orange and it's red and it's yellow and it's just gorgeous. Trying to get down in those little spaces. Sometimes the paint just wants to do what it wants to do too, and I try to go with that. Oh, isn't that nice? Okay, I'm going to pull that quickly because that's a very thin layer. Okay. I'm going to use a piece of deli paper to do it with. I've just recently started doing the collage process, and it is so fun. It really liberates your mind when you realize that it's not just one picture. You can take it and add it to other things, or tear it up, or put another layer on. Collage and gel plate prints go so well together. They really do. Okay, that's going to be nice. I can just tell. Something we can build on. All right. Oh, isn't that lovely? You can see that is really pretty. Okay. I love long hauls. They're so wonderful. Let's see. And let's go with amethyst. This is by Shuttle Art. Okay. Oh, I don't think I've opened this one. Yep, I did. Okay. It's a beautiful color. It does rather resemble amethyst. Okay. I don't know exactly what colors I'm going to use. I just pulled out ones that I thought might play well together. So, this is like a lavender also. Oh, that is nice. And I think that's good. Let's see. I think on that one I would like to perhaps pull some. Look at this. These are beautiful. I think I'll save those. So I'll get too detailed. This is Wet Strength Cicada, and I can tell that the color and pattern are probably going to go really well. So this is done by a process that Foil Davies shared, and it's just a beautiful background. Oh yeah. Okay. I like to wet the table outside with the plastic, not vinyl, but plastic cheapo tablecloth on it. Wet it down a little bit and then lay out your tissue paper because it'll stick right to it and keep it from blowing away in the wind. And then just have fun putting different paints and inks and micas and stuff on it. And then you let it dry completely, and then it'll peel up off of the cheapo plastic tablecloth. I bought a vinyl tablecloth thinking, well, that should do good. And you know what? I had to actually throw it away because there was no way to get anything off of that. It stuck for centuries, I'm sure. Okay. That's beautiful. Build up there. Let's see. I think I will do another piece of deli paper here. Or maybe, where did I put that? Change my mind. I'm going to use another piece of gift tissue. I want to leave some paint, of course, on so it can slowly build up, but you don't want to fill in the holes of the petals too quickly. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty. Very pretty. Okay. Hang up here. Let's go for a darker color. How about, actually, I think I'm going to try this iridescent black. This is Nick Pro Iridescent Black. It's a really wonderful, wonderful paint. It's got a little pressure in there. I don't know why. I'm learning how to work with this. You should err on the side of too little. Okay, let's see what happens here. It's going to dry really quickly though, so I'm going to get it spread out as quick as I can. says iridescent black. It's I don't know if I would call it black. It's like a mystery color. Okay, get that brayer off there. And I'm going to put a piece of Astro Bright White, because this will be a good one to build on later. That's the thing, when you do a long haul, you have so many parts left over that you can make beautiful collage papers and stuff with. I love that. Let's see, I'm going to turn that over because it's a little sticky. And I'm going to try my new little Baron. It's just a piece of wood from something that I found, and I just loved the smooth, beveled, beautiful. Okay, I'll set you there. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Oh, that is just charming. That is just charming. Lovely. Definitely build on that. Let's see. How about some bright aqua green? Save my little trinket. That's probably enough. Let's give that a try. Yeah, I think it's going to be just right. It's a color I truly love. And this one is Liquitex Basic Acrylics Bright Aqua Green. Aqua and magenta are two of my very favorites. Okay. I'm going to bring her off here. That's going to be pretty. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pull with another piece of deli paper this time. It's close enough. Okay. I love how the gel plate feels underneath this stuff. It's just, it's kind of like magic, really. Okay. Try to get as much of that off as I can. There we go. Now, let's check this one out. Oh yeah. Lovely. Except for I can see that I pulled my stencil off. And I think I know why. I think it was because when I pulled the piece a couple pulls back with the white Astro Bright paper, I think it it was so absorbent, it sucked a lot of the paint up. And because I saw the stencil trying to lift up. So, okay, so I don't know. I might want to put it back down this time. But you know, I don't think so. I think I'm going to consider this like a medium haul. And I'm going to be sure and get that nice and clean. And so I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to pull it. Should be fun. This is going to be like a short haul. We'll call it a short haul. So I've decided to pull this piece with one of my favorites, and that's Liquitex Basic Acrylic Quinacridone Magenta. And so I'm going to put this on. Has to have enough paint so that the paper will really cling and pull the rest of the dried paint up with it. We'll see how that is. All right. I didn't plan on doing it so quickly, but the stencil had its own mind. It knew what it wanted. I think part of it too is that that stencil had some paint built up on it, and so it's soaking right now. I'm going to use a little bit of Brillo oil soap and clean it up really well. They work really well when they're clean. They're unpredictable when they're not. That's something I've learned. Okay, so I've decided to pull it on the Astral Bright White. So I'm going to put this down, hopefully get it right. Close enough, close enough. Put this down. And I think I'm going to use my hands to really get down in there. And so when this dries, I will start the video back up, and then you can see what happened. So it's time to do the reveal. I'm going to show these first. That stencil was on there. Just added some interest and texture to it. The same is true of this. If you look carefully, you can see the cherry blossoms are there. This as well. There's the trace of pink there. Nobody. And this came out nice. I think this was like what loosened everything up though. But that's going to be beautiful to be built on. I love that just the way it is. Not pretty. But again, things will be done with them. And this is the deli paper. And that had the dark and beautiful aqua on there. And this one. This was I'm not sure what color we used on that, but it's iridescent for sure. And then I used this tissue, this gift tissue, to pull up a layer, and that's actually very beautiful. Very beautiful. I love that. This is lovely as well. It's got several colors in there. Very pretty. Both sides are pretty. This is the gold, and there was a little bit of black that came up with it. It's just yummy. And now I'm going to go over here. This was the brayer offshoot, and that's a nice start for another one. And then now it's time to pull up the print, and I had put the quinacridone magenta on over the several layers that were down. And I think it's going to be beautiful. Oh, it is beautiful. It's really nice. Oh, this is just one of my all-time favorite stencils. Oh, that is gorgeous. Yes, that makes me very happy. Very happy. Oh, wow. That's special. Well, there you go.